Hello and welcome. This is JudyAdele and I am here to do a music reaction video. Today I have no idea what the song is that the DJ is throwing at me, but let's check it out. It's all a surprise. Let's see.
Bust it.
Ooh. Now this is a song I haven't heard. I haven't seen. I don't think I've ever seen the video for this song. I guess time will tell. I haven't heard the song for a long time either. This is, yeah, loved this song when it was out. Still love this song.
This here's a jam for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down cause you're overzealous. Play hard to get females get jealous. Okay, smarty, go to a party. Girls are scantily clad and showing body. A chick walks by, you wish you could sex her, but you're standing on the wall like you was Poindexter. Next day's function, high class luncheon. Food is served and you're stone cold munching. Music comes on, people start to dance, but then you ate so much you nearly split your pants. A girl starts walking, guys start talking. Sits down next to you and starts talking. Says she wanna dance cause she likes the groove. So come on, fatso, and just bust the move. Just bust the move.
You know, this is this is such one of those songs, the first few notes that come out, the first few beats, it's like, ah, yeah, and it's such a great get in the groove kind of dance song. Yes, yeah, it's been a long time. This is a fun memory lane song.
You're on a mission and you're wishing someone could cure your lonely condition. Looking for love in all the wrong places. No fine girls, just ugly faces. Your lonely condition. Looking for love in all the wrong places. No fine girls, just ugly faces. From frustration, first inclination is to become a monk and leave the situation. But every dark tunnel has a light of hope, so don't hang yourself with a celibate rope. New movies showing, so you're going. Could care less about the five you're blowing. Theater gets dark just to start the show. Then you spot a fine woman sitting in your row. She's dressed in yellow. She says hello. Come sit next to me, you fine fellow. You run over there without a second to lose. And what comes next? Hey, bust the move. Just bust the move.
Okay, so what I appreciate about this, I love that he's, I love that whoever put this video together had fun with it and chose to make it fun and not take itself too seriously. I think it would be kind of unfortunate if it did take itself too seriously, but I love the play.
In the city, ladies look pretty. Guys tell jokes so they can seem witty. Tell a funny joke just to get some play. Then you try to make a move and she says no way. Girls are faking, goodness saking. They want a man who brings home the bacon. Got no money and you got no car, then you got no woman. And there you are. Some girls are sadistic, materialistic. Looking for a man makes them opportunistic. They're lying on the beach perpetrating a tan so that a brother with money can be their man. So on the beach you're strolling, real high rolling. Everything you have is yours and not stolen. A girl runs up with something to prove. So don't just stand there, bust the move.
If you want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you
Just bust the move.
You want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you
Break it down for me, fellas. Harry has a brother Larry. In 5 days years from now he's gonna marry. He's hoping you can make it there if you can, cause in the ceremony you'll be the best man. You say neato, check your libido, and roll to the church in your new tuxedo. The bride walks down just to start the wedding, and there's one more girl you won't be getting. So you start thinking, then you start blinking. A bridemaid looks and thinks that you're winking. She thinks you're kinda cute, so she winks back, and now you're feeling really firm, cause the girl is stacked. Reception's jumping, bass is pumping. Look at the girl and your heart starts thumping. Says she wanna dance to a different groove. Now you know what to do, G, bust the move.
And I'm sort of making a conscientious decision to not dive too deeply into the aspect of this song sort of, being a little objectifying to women and picking up women, sort of like a friend of mine says, it's the discussion about picking up women as if they're items in a grocery store. I think this kind of can apply. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, incredibly, although I understand that side is there and there's a debate to be made. But again, this was such a fun song to dance to and rap to when I was a kid. So there you go. I'm never know which direction I should go. In one way, I'm going to kind of dissect it a little more and kind of look at again how times have changed. But I guess today I'm not so much feeling that. I'm just enjoying the memories.
You want it, you got it. You want it, baby.
Just bust the move.
You want it, you got it. You want it, baby. You got
Move it, boy.
'89. Wow. Yeah, 1989. For some reason, I think I would have picked that out a little bit earlier, but maybe not when I think about it. Yeah, I didn't realize that Young MC wrote Wild Thing for Tone Loc. Just an interesting little bit of trivia. So I think I'm gonna go back to my as I'm thinking about how I perceived this song as a kid. The thing I just said I was probably not going to talk about. How I perceived this song. It's an interesting thing to think about. When we're thinking about just kind of how music and lyrics kind of, objectify women or, sometimes they're fun and flirty and sometimes they're kind of objectifying. And I would actually have to re-listen to the song a little more critically to think about what I really think about it in that respect. And I think so often too, we as a culture have been sort of groomed to just look past these things, right? And not really, obviously, especially here in America, especially from comments that I've heard had with other people across in other countries, we kind of just don't. As a young female, you hear these things. You hear them, you feel them, you feel the objectification, and then you kind of have to walk past them because you kind of just deal with it so often and see it so often. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying when I'm thinking about my teenage brain listening to the song, I listened to, I heard the humor in it and I kind of saw it as the encouragement for guys to go talk to people, go if you're interested in somebody, go talk to them. So anyway, one of the things that popped up while I was watching this, I just saw, and I don't remember what it was. I don't remember if it was a meme or a little video. I think it was a little video clip on Facebook. And I just remember some guy was asking in an audience was asking somebody else a question and said, kind of like, hey, there's this woman that I'm really interested in talking to at the coffee shop that I go to. And I go to this coffee shop. There's this woman that I'm really interested in. She seems really interesting and she's attractive, of course, because we always mention that in these conversations. And which is fine. It's an interesting point when we talk about when somebody's interesting and when they're attractive. And those two things come together often, which is a good thing. That being said, there's a lot of conversations that are, she's attractive. That's where it ends. I want to talk to her. There's nothing else, right? We hear that a lot too. Anyway, I feel like there's 75 qualifiers that I need to make about I understand or I'm not talking about this or whatever. Anyway, it's a complex conversation. There's a lot of different feelings about it, even in my own head. So anyway, this conversation with this guy, he's saying, I go to this coffee shop to get coffee just to have her wait on me. Just kind of sweet. And how do I talk to her? And the responder, the person who was on stage, said, women like to be talked to in full sentences, because I think he had asked for a pickup line. And the person who was talking said, women like to be talked to in full sentences. Just talk to her. in full sentences. And I'm like, oh my God, that is actually really fantastic advice that oftentimes people have not been, they're getting better at, I think, but certainly through a period of our time, the memes or the sort of historical memes or jokes, we have made one-liners both a thing to criticize men in particular by, right, with their bad pickup lines, but then we also kind of encourage it too, right? Again, being human is complex. So anyway, I don't know. Those are the thoughts going through my head. I am just sharing them in the moment. There's probably a lot more to say, but anyway, there you go. That is a really fun blast from the past. Definitely a good song for my aerobics list. Gets you moving, snappy lyrics, snappy lines. Again, when I think about what attracts me sometimes to music, or what has attracted to me to music, when I'm not necessarily thinking so much about the lyrics, it is that fun beat, that snappy, especially with rap, fun, snappy, light lines. What am I trying to say? Maybe better said, a lighthearted tone. I said I wasn't going to think too much about it, and then I thought too much about it. So there you go. You have the contents of my head for the moment. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and watching along. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for those of you who do those wonderful things. Share your thoughts and your comments and your requests below. And we'll see you soon. And until then, enjoy the music. Bye-bye.